Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the class. I think for the online, I hope so my voice is good for all of everybody. Online, are you able to hear me, everyone? Okay, so what is the last session we discussed? We started about the introduction of DevOps, right? Okay, so from today, we'll start the concept of like what is server and how to use it. Okay, so before I start the class, do anybody know about what is the meaning of server? Any one of you? We'll start concept of server. Okay. Now my question is gonna be, do anybody know about the concept of server? Don't know. See, if you don't know, it's completely fine. If you know anything, just let me know. Or if you don't know, that's okay. I'll take care of it. I'll start teaching. Okay, server is to just store the data. Okay, fine. Good. Still, what do you think? What is server? No idea. Okay. So generally, I'll tell you what is a meaning of server. Simple one. I'll talk about in a simple language. Server is nothing but which is serve the application to user. For example, let's say if you go to restaurant, in restaurant generally what we do, we order the food. For ordering the food, whom we are going to call? Server. What server will do? Sir, tell me your order, what exactly you want. I'll bring that from the kitchen. So how many people are there here? 3 people. All of the requirement are same or different? Different. Person number 1 is very hungry. He want to order biryani. What he will do? He will tell to server. Server will go to the back end kitchen and going to bring the biryani. Am I correct? Person number 1 requirement fulfilled or not? He asked biryani, he got biryani. Who given that one? Server. Coming to requirement number 2. This little guy, he is very fond of ice creams and chocolates. He order a ice cream. To whom? Server. What server will do? It will go to backend kitchen and going to bring the ice cream. Next, here, requirement number 3. That lady want only vegetable salad. She want only vegetable salad. What she will do? She'll order vegetable salad. Server will go to the backend kitchen and going to bring the vegetable salad. Now I'll ask you one question. As per the diagram, how many people are there here totally? 3 people. Am I correct? What is the requirement of person number 1? Biryani. Requirement of person number 2? Ice cream. Requirement of person number 3? Salad. So even though the requirement of each and every people is different, ultimately server is serving all of the requirements, right? In the real world, if you take same example, I'll take the Paytm application. Which application? Paytm. Here, my first user want to book the movie tickets from Paytm. He will type Paytm movies. The request will go to the server. Can server give the tickets from Paytm application? Yes. What is second user requirement? Flight. He will type Paytm flight. The request will go to whom? Server. Server will give the flight tickets. Person number 3. He will type a DTH service in Paytm. Again, the request will go to server. Server will give the DTH information to the user. That means how exactly your users are getting different requirements satisfied by server in the restaurant. In the real time, multiple people uses a server for different purpose. One person want movie ticket, server will give it. One person want flight ticket, one want DTH, one want recharge, train and everything. Am I correct? That is the point. So online is the concept of a server. If somebody asks you what is the meaning of server, server is something which is serve application to user or which is serve services to user. If I go back, and open the notepad for you. I'll write the exact definition of a server to you. Hold on. So I'll write it here, okay? It is your last class notes actually. So today what exactly I'm going to do? I'm talking about meaning of server. Server is nothing but which serves services to user. I repeat one more thing. Server is nothing but which serves services to user. That is the definition number one. I'm not talking about what is the uses of server. I'm talking about what is the purpose of server. Server serves services to user. What is the best example? Let's take Paytm. In Paytm, how many services you are having? Movie service, train service, DTH service, recharge service, and so on. Am I clear? All in. Definition number one. Server meaning clear for all of everybody? Can you please confirm in chat box, everyone? Everyone. Okay, good. Fine. Now coming to the second one. If you go here, my second question will be, of course, okay, you are talking about the servers. That is very, very good. But my question is going to be where the servers are going to be created and where servers are going to be stored. I got your point. Server means which server services to user. So next question is going to be where servers are going to be stored. That is a question. Server lekudunte. Okay. Servers are going to store in the form of racks actually. Servers are going to store in the form of racks. Group of servers can be called as racks. What do we call? Group of servers can be called as rack. That means if you see the logical explanation, first of all, we have application. Application is inside server. And server is inside where? Racks. But where the racks are? Racks are inside data centers. Where it is? Data centers. And where the data centers are going to be located? It's around the globe actually. So if we compare, data center is not located in the one single availability zone. It is across the globe actually. It is across the globe. So that is the point what exactly you need to understand. I'm repeating one more time everybody. So generally guys, if you want to use application will be inside server. Server will be inside the racks. Racks are inside the data centers. But where are the data centers? Around the globe actually. That means in entire worldwide, we are having multiple data centers. Acha, okay sir, you are saying that data centers are around the globe. That means in complete world, we are having multiple data centers. But if I want to see the list of data centers, how can I see? Simply go to internet and type AWS Global Infrastructure. AWS Global Infrastructure. So if I go and open this one. So for example, in North America, how many number of data centers we are having? 9. 9 is not the number. See, 9 is the list of availability, like geographical areas. That means if you see here, in North America, we know Canada, right? In Canada, we have 3 centers. Remember, for every region means what? Geographical location. Simply, you can call them as states or cities. Okay. We are having data centers in Canada, Mexico, Northern California, Northern Virginia, and so on. If you talk about our Asia Pacific, it comes under Indian zone. In India, we are having 2 centers. One is going to be Hyderabad. Second one is going to be Mumbai. If you see Hyderabad, In Hyderabad, how many number of data centers we are having? How many? 3. Remember, availability zone is simply called as data center. What do we call? Data center. So in Hyderabad, we are having 3 data centers. When it got launched? 2022. And if you see, in Mumbai, how many number of data centers we do have? Again 3. When Mumbai got launched? 2026, exactly 10 years ago. So in India, we are having only 2 geographical areas. In Mumbai, we have 3 centers. In Hyderabad, we are having 3 centers. Correct. So I'm writing here data centers in India. One is going to be Mumbai. 3. Second one is going to be Hyderabad. Again, how many you are having? 3 here. So online is the concept of where application will live inside server. Server will be inside rack. Rack is inside data center. And how many centers in the world? How many centers in India? Is the complete linking clear for all of you? Is it clear for all of you till now? Indora clear? Online. Is it clear for all of everybody? Can you please kindly confirm in chat box everyone? Okay. Fine. Now, for example, if you want to create a server, if you want to build a server, like it's very, very simple. There are generally 2 type of servers. How many types? 2. One is physical server. Second one is cloud server. Physical server means we need to go and we need to create it and we need to manage it. It is completely our responsibility. If you talk about physical server, I'm comparing physical server and cloud server. I'm talking about comparison. In physical server, first of all, we need to buy hardware and we need to buy software. But in cloud, no need to buy. In cloud, we need not to buy. In physical server, if you want to create a server, first of all, you buy hardware and software. That is very, very fine. But you need to take a room for rent, right? Why? Because physical servers are very, very big. If you want to create them and place them, you need to have a big room. That means we need to pay rent, right? We need to pay rent. But here, no rent. Why? Because here cloud servers will be inside the data centers. For data center, we need not to pay any rent. Third one, physical server required always coolants. Coolants are nothing but ACs. Cloud server also required ACs, but who will take care of it? AWS people will take care of it. That means we don't buy any coolants for them. AWS will take. Physical server is very, very expensive. But the cloud server is very, very cheap actually. For example, if you create a physical server, imagine if it cost 1 lakh for you. Cloud server will come under like 10,000 rupees. Almost all 90% of difference will be having. That is the comparison of physical and cloud. So in physical server, you need to buy hardware and software. You need to pay the rent. But for cloud, no need to pay the rent. No need to buy the hardware and software. Physical server required coolants, but a cloud server doesn't require. Why? Because AWS will give coolants for them. We are not going to give. Physical server is very expensive, but a cloud server is very cheaper. Now you tell me, by seeing this comparison, which one is best according to you? Which one is best? Okay. Online, which one is best according to you, everybody? Physical one or cloud one? Okay. That is the reason why we are started using cloud actually. Acha, okay, sir. Now in cloud, if I want to create a server, where to create AWS, Azure, GCP, anyone you can choose. It doesn't matter really. You can create server on AWS cloud. You can create server on Azure cloud, or even you can create server on GCP cloud. It's completely fine. But currently, initially we are going to work with AWS. We are going to work with AWS. Why? Because AWS cloud is very, very beginner friendly. If anybody want to learn cloud, first I'll recommend is AWS. When you compare with Azure and GCP, AWS is very simple to learn for any beginner. But once you learn AWS, Azure and GCP will become very simple for you. I repeat again. Once if you learn AWS, Azure and GCP will become very simple. Correct. So for your convenience now, if I want to explain about server, I'll take the example of computer. I'll take the example of computer. So point number one. Tell me one thing. Do you know about cloud server? Any one of you? Any one of you know about cloud servers? No, right? But you know about computer, right? If you know computer, then learning about the cloud server is very simple. I'll ask you one simple question. If you tell me this answer, anybody can know about the cloud. See, I'll teach subject in a very simple way. I don't talk about the cloud server. I will talk about the computer which you are using in daily life. For example, if you want to use a computer, what are the major components you need to have? Tell me. Hardware, software, CPU, okay, security, network and storage. Am I correct now? Without using operating system, without using hardware, without using security, network and storage, can we run a computer? Can we run? No. In the similar fashion, if you want to create a server, you need to have all of the components. Definitely need to have. What are the components we need to have? First of all, for every server you take, whether if you are working with AWS server, Azure server, GCP server, for every server, what is the major component? OS is very, very important. Hardware is very, very important. Security is very, very important. Network is very, very important. And finally, storage. Without having all of the 5 components, we cannot go and create a server. I repeat again. To create a server, what are the components we are having? Majorly tell me. OS, hardware, security, networking and storage. Acha, okay sir, how exactly computer required all of the main components? Server also required all of the main components. That is very, very clear. But my question is, if you buy a laptop, the laptop company will give all of them for you. But who is going to give all of the components to computer server here? Your cloud provider. For example, if you are using AWS cloud will give all of them for free. No, if you are using Azure cloud will give all of them for free. But if I am using GCP, who will give all of them for you? GCP cloud will give. Okay, fine. So now let's say, currently if I want to create a server in the cloud, I'm choosing which cloud here now? AWS cloud. That means OS, hardware, security, network, and everything will be given by AWS. If I open my AWS account, remember, if you want to practice anything on the cloud, first of all, you need to have an account actually. So I recommend all of you to go and create an account first of all. Freshly, I'm going to tell you how to create a server. So first of all, it is your AWS Cloud Console. It is how exactly the dashboard will look like. I will tell you how to create your cloud account. It's very, very simple. Okay. First of all, I want to create a server. Remember, in AWS, your server can be called as EC2. What do we call as? EC2. I am writing. In AWS, server can be called as EC2. Full form of EC2 is nothing but Elastic Compute Cloud. Lot of people will think it's Elastic Cloud Compute. It's wrong word. We need to call it as Elastic Compute Cloud. If you want to create EC2, we need to follow 7 steps. How many steps? 7 steps. I repeat everything one more time, okay? Before I go and show practical part for you. Again, from the scratch, I'm repeating one more time. First of all, if you talk about application, where is the application going to reside? Inside the server. But where is the server? Inside the rack. But where are the racks? Inside data centers. But where are the data centers actually? Around the globe. Forget about the globe. In India, how many centers we are having? In 2 regions we have, Mumbai and Hyderabad. So coming to the type of server, how many types we are having? 2. What are those? Physical server, cloud server. Which one is very, very cheaper? Cloud. Which one is expensive? Physical. And which one is easy to create? A cloud. Correct. So now I am going to create the cloud server. So in cloud, if you want to create a server, you need to have the major components. So which components we need to have? CPU, hardware, memory. Who is going to give all of the operating system, hardware and storage? Your cloud provider. If you are using AWS cloud, AWS will give them for you. If you are using Azure, Azure will give them for you. If you are using GCP, GCP will give them for you. Currently, I'm using which cloud now? AWS. That means hardware and software will be given by whom? AWS only. So before I go for a practical part to create a server in AWS, is theory revision clear for all of you? Online. Is revision clear for all of everybody? Can you please kindly confirm in chat box, everyone? Everyone. Okay. Very good, guys. So now what exactly we're going to do? We are going to talk about how to create a server in AWS. But I already said in AWS, your server can be called as EC2. What is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud. It's not cloud compute, it's compute cloud actually. Fine. How many steps we are having totally here now? 7 steps. So without following the 7 steps, we cannot go and create the EC2 instance. Now, out of the 7 steps, I'll show each and every step one by one for you. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay. So see now I'm going to create a server. Click on EC2. So click on launch instance. Click on launch here one more time. What is the step number 1 in a server creation? Names and tags. For example, if you go to company, there will be some hundreds of servers. If you talk about our company, we are almost having of 796 servers. 796. Now, without giving the name to them, how can you able to identify? Can we able to do? No. So the step number 1 in creating the server is gonna be names and tags. So if you want to create a server, definitely we need to give names and tags. Why we are giving? To identify the server. Why? Because without name, can I able to call you? No. Can I able to identify you? No. So the step number 1, what exactly we're gonna do is giving the name to the server. I'm writing each and every step very clearly. Step number 1. name. Why we are going to use name to identify the servers? Done. So I'm going to give the name of the server as a Amazon web server. You can put any name. For server, even you can give your name also. That's completely fine. What is step number 2 here? We are having operating system. Now tell me one thing. Without having operating system, can we create a server? Yes or no? Online. Do you think without giving a OS, can we create a server? Just tell me your answer, everybody. Just yes or no. Correct. Guys, recording video will get at the end of the class. Don't worry, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm taking the Ubuntu operating system here now. Basically, it's a kernel. I'm taking Ubuntu as an OS for me. So step number 2 is AMI. Full form of AMI is what? Full form of AMI is what? Amazon Mission Image. Amazon Mission Image. Inside the AMI, what we are having? We get OS here. OS means what? Operating system. Again, step number 1 is just simply giving the name. Step number 2, giving the operating system. What is the operating system I'm taking? Ubuntu, correct. Step number 3, I'm taking hardware. Hardware means CPU and RAM actually. How many CPUs I'm getting? 2. How much of RAM? 1. Sir, is it free or paid? Means we can get them free version and paid version. Both versions we are having. We can take free and even we can take paid also. So simply, step number 3 is nothing but instance type. So here what we are going to get? We are going to get CPU and RAM actually. Again, I'm repeating. If you want to create a server, there are totally 7 steps. What is step number 1? Giving the names and tags. Why we need to give? To identify them. What is step number 2? Amazon Mission Image. Correct. So inside the AMI, what we are having? Operating system. Correct. Next, what is step number 3 here? Instance type. What we are going to get here? CPU and RAM. But the question is, who is going to give OS and hardware here? AWS is giving. Who is giving? AWS is giving them for free or paid, means free only. That is completely free. But some of them are paid. I'll tell you how to use paid of the upcoming classes. So before that, step number 1, names and tags. Step number 2, AMI. Step number 3, instance type. Clear for all of everybody? Online. Step number 1, 2, 3. Clear for everybody? Yes, Dharma, we can use Windows also. We can use Windows also. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here comes the step number 4, that is key pair. Remember, key pair means we are having 2 keys. What is the meaning of pair? 2. So I'm having 2 keys. Why I'm having 2 keys is, for example, imagine you are having a laptop. Imagine you are having a laptop. For the laptop, you want to connect with username and password. What if your laptop doesn't have username and password? Is it safe and secure? Can we call it safe and secure? No. Why? I'm asking that without giving a username and password, if you try to log in, is it safe and secure method or not? No, right? How exactly? Our laptop will have username and password. For server also we are having username and password. How many keys I'm having? 2 keys. One is public key. Which key? Public key means it's a username. Anybody can see it. Second one is private key. Private key is nothing but a password. Nobody can see. So in the step number 4, I am going to create something called as key pair. What is the purpose of key pair here? Purpose is to log in. Purpose is to log into server safe and secure. You can see it here. Step number 4, major purpose is to key pair. What is the purpose of key pair? To safe and secure log into the server. I already said for you, key pair means how many number of keys we are having here? 2. One is public key. One is private key. Public key is storing by whom? AWS. Private key is storing by whom? User. Okay, that is the point. So I'll be going back here now. Simply click on create new key pair. So key pair name you can give anything. So I'm going to give the key pair name as web server or key pair 1. Any name you can give. So already I said for you, key pair means 2 keys. One is public, one is private. Whatever the key pair you are downloading now, is a private key pair. Which one? Private key. But what about public? Public key will be on a server automatically. We cannot able to see it. We cannot able to do anything. It's already given to the server. But private key will be downloading to your local laptop. If I try to open this key pair, are you able to see the password now? How many number of characters is general password? Generally, if you put any password, minimum number of characters are 8. Maximum 15. But what is the characters here now totally? 1674 characters. Are you able to see now? Now, can anybody remember this many characters? No. The best thing is, currently this key pair is inside your laptop. That means from your laptop only you can connect. If other people want to connect, they need to have this key pair. That means if you share, then only they connect. Otherwise, they cannot able to connect actually. So if I go back here now, I am going for a key pair again. Simply click on create key pair. Click on give the key pair name and click on download. Whatever the key pair you are downloading, is it public key pair or private key pair? Private. Private will be on our local laptop, but public key pair will be on server automatically. So again, I'm repeating. Step number 1, just giving names and tags for identification. I'm giving names and tags for identification. Step number 2, AMI, Amazon Mission Image. It is to get the operating system. Step number 3 is what? Instance type. We get CPU and RAM. Step number 4 is what? Key pair. Key pair purpose is to log into server in safe and secure way. Here, how many keys we have? 2, public and private. Public key pair will be on where? In server. Private key pair will be on laptop. We cannot see public key pair. Only private key pair we can see. So before I go for next step, step number 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear for all of you? Online. First 4 steps clear for all of everybody? Everybody, can you please kindly confirm me? Is it clear for all of you till now, everybody? Okay, very good. Now coming to step number 5. In step number 5, we are going to discuss something about networking and security group. What we're going to discuss about? Networking and security. See, for example, you create a server. If you create a server in public network, anybody can able to access. Let's take about your Instagram account, guys. You create an Instagram account. If it is public, anybody can see your post. But if it is private, nobody can see your post, right? Here also same thing. If you create a server in public network, anybody can able to access. But if you create a server in private network, nobody can able to access. The people who you give permission, only they can able to access. So AWS will give a network called private network with the help of the concept called VPC. If you want to create your private network, your own network, what we need to use? VPC. So in step number 5, we'll talk about VPC and firewall. VPC can be called as virtual private cloud. Virtual private cloud. What is the purpose of VPC? To create a own network. I repeat again. If you create a server in public network, anybody can see it. Anybody can access it. But if you create a server in private network, nobody can access. Only you can able to access. But how do you create a private network? With the help of the VPC. VPC full form is what? Virtual private cloud. So already we are having one private network, we can use it. But if you want to create your own private network also, you can create. Coming to next one, which is very, very important, firewall. Which one? Firewall. See, firewall can also be called a security group. It doesn't matter whether if you call it as firewall or whether if you call it as security group, it's completely up to your choice. Okay? Fine. So in the security group, what is the first thing we are going to have? Yes, SSH. That means without this SSH port number, we can call it as protocols actually. Protocols and ports. If you want to connect to your server, what is the protocol we need to have? SSH. Without SSH, you cannot able to connect. Okay. I'm writing here very, very clearly. In firewall, first of all, what is firewall? Firewall allows you or blocks you to connect to server, to connect the servers. So if you want to connect to server, you need to have SSH. Port number is going to be 22. It is going to connect to server. Without a port number 22, you cannot able to connect to server. It is by defaultly selected. If you deselect this one, you cannot able to connect to server. So imagine it's like a phone number. If you want to call to anyone, what you need to have? Phone number. Without having phone number, how can you connect to them? Can you able to connect? That is the point. And after that, if you want to connect to application, see if you take any application, I'm taking the real application of Swiggy. What is the protocol of Swiggy we are having? Swiggy protocol is what? HTTPS. That means without this protocol, we cannot go and we cannot connect to any server. Simply go and select HTTP, HTTPS. To connect to server, SH. But if you want to connect to application, any application, what we need to select? HTTP, HTTPS. See no? HTTP or HTTPS. If you take HTTP, port number is 80. This is to connect to application. HTTPS also to connect to application only. 443. To connect to application. But HTTP will not have security. HTTPS will have security. So during the network section, by default, SSH will be selected. So you need to select only HTTP and HTTPS in the backend. That's it. So again, I'm repeating. Step number 5 is going to be security group. In security, you need to go and talk about network. What is the networking component we are using? VPC. Correct. And SSH means it is responsible to connect to your instance. Instance means what? Server. But if you want to connect to your application, what we need to have? HTTP and HTTPS. Without both of them, you can you able to connect to your server? Can you able to connect? No. Good. So online is the concept of security group and VPC. Clear for all of everybody? Can you please kindly confirm in chat box, everyone? Everyone. Can you please give me confirmation? Can you please repeat VPC once again, please? See, VPC means it's a private network. For example, you create a server. For server creation, we need to have a network, right? We have two networks, public and private. If you create server in public, anybody can use it. But if you create in private, nobody can use it. So definitely we need to take private network only. SSH abbreviation, secure shell. We'll talk about the abbreviations in next session. Don't worry about as of now. But as of now, SSH means secure shell. HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol. HTTPS means hypertext transfer protocol with security. Okay, fine. And coming to next one, we are having storage. It is my step number 6. In AWS, storage can be called as a EBS volume, elastic block storage. Which one? Elastic block storage. Minimum we can get 8 GB. Maximum we can get up to 64 terabytes. How much? 64 terabytes we can get. So how much you are comfortable, you can take that much of GB. And finally, if everything is done, so I'm taking 8 GB, that is enough for me. In the advanced details, if you want to deploy your application, you can go and put your small script. See, I'm writing a small script actually. It is a Linux script. You cannot able to understand right now. Okay. Whenever I'm talking about the Linux concepts, you will come to know what exactly the script is. It's a simple shell script which is going to deploy the Amazon application. But you don't worry about the commands and all. I'll teach them in the upcoming class. Simply click on launch. That's it. Now your server is launched. Are you able to see it is ready now? I'll repeat one more time. So in AWS, your server can be called as EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. Simply click on instances. What is step number 1 here? Giving the name syntax. Why? To identify. Step number 2 is what? AMI. Why to use to get the operating system. Step number 3 is what? Instance type. Why to get the hardware. Step number 4, key pair. What is the purpose of key pair? To log into safe and secure. Remember, don't need to create multiple key pair. One key pair is enough to use the multiple servers. Okay, don't create key pair separately. If you create one key pair, you can use for multiple servers. But how to create them? Click on create. Just to give the name, any name is fine. Simply click on create the key pair. Okay. Coming to the next one here, security group. I'm having a SSH here that is running. That is responsible to connect to your instance. HTTPS is to connect to the application. Coming to storage, how much of storage you are getting here? 8 GB. If you want more than 8 GB also you can get. And coming to advanced details, if you go and you can see in the end, are you seeing some box here now? Here you can go and put your shell script. That script can deploy the application. We have a separate class for explaining the script. As of now, don't worry. Once if you give everything, simply click on launch the instance. That's it. Automatically, your instance is going to launch now. So is the concept of how to create server in AWS with these 7 steps clear for all of you, everybody? Online, launching the server, clear for all of you, everyone? Can you please confirm in chat box, everybody? Dharma, already I said Dharma, I think you are not listening to the class. Yes, SSH full form is secure shell. Already said 3 times, I think you haven't listened to that point, okay? Hope that's clear. Fine. So now once I launch the server, I deployed application, right? If you want to see the application, for every server we have a IP address. We have a IP address. Copy and paste the IP address on browser. Now automatically your application is loading, right? It is which application? Amazon application. Now simply copy and paste the IP address on your browser. Open your Google Chrome and type the IP address, everybody. Just type the IP address and let me know whether you are getting the application or not. All and I'm giving the IP address to everybody in chat box. Click on the IP and let me know whether you are able to get the application or not. Just click on the IP. You will get the application. All of you got the IP, like application? So that is the concept actually. So today what exactly we discussed is we discussed about the concept of EC2. How to create a server in the AWS cloud. See, if you want to create a server in Azure also same process. In the upcoming days, I'm gonna teach about the Azure also. Okay. That's it for today. Now, again, I'm gonna revise the whole topic one more time. So guys, if you miss anything at the starting of the class, please listen to right now. I almost all explained each and everything up to 3 times, but again, I'm recapping everything. Just focus here and try to understand everything one more time from the scratch. First of all, we start our class with the concept of server. What is the meaning of server? Server is something which serves the application to users. Okay. Generally in real world, application is inside the server. Server is inside the racks. Racks are inside where? Data center. But where is data center? Around the globe actually. So around the world we are having data centers. But if I talk about India, in how many locations we are having data centers? 2. One is Mumbai, second one is Hyderabad. So there are majorly 2 type of servers. Physical server, cloud server. Which one is very easy and cheap? Cloud. Cost and expensive? Physical. So I am comparing a server with the computer actually. How exactly computer required CPU, memory, hardware, storage, networking and everything. Computer, okay, server also required same thing. So in AWS, if you want to create a server, you need to have all of the components. But who will give the components? AWS people only. So there are majorly 7 steps to create server in AWS. Step number 1, giving the names and tags. Why? Identify. Step number 2, AMI, Amazon Mission Image. Why? To get the operating system. Step number 3, instance type. Why? To get CPU and RAM. Step number 4, key pair. Here we are getting 2 keys, public key and private key. Public key will be on a server. We cannot see it. Private key will be on our local laptop. Step number 5, VPC and firewall. VPC major purpose is to provide the network. Full form is virtual private cloud. It will create a private network for our server. Why to use private network? If you are using public network, anybody can use it. But for private, nobody can able to use it. Coming to next one, firewall. Firewall major purpose is to allow or block the connection to server. If you want to connect to server, what is the protocol we need to use? SH, port number 22. But for application, HTTP we need to use. Why? Because if you see the application currently now, what is the protocol we are using for the application? HTTP. Without this HTTP, you cannot able to see the application now. Step number 6 is what? Storage. Storage is coming from EBS, elastic block storage. And finally, step number 7 is what here now? Advanced details. Here we can go and deploy the applications, deploying the apps. We can go and give the permission for server. And we can give the behavior of the server also. Behavior of server. So that is the complete 7 steps about the server creation. Now this is the class for today's session. Now before we go for doubts and queries, first of all, how's the class for all of you today? Class clear? Online, can you please confirm me how's the class for all of you today, everybody? Everyone. Able to get my explanations and examples, everything clearly? Okay, very good. Very good, guys. So how exactly you are able to understand the concept in day one? Daily use PPTs only. From PPTs only you are going to learn the content. So that's it for today. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? We have holiday. From Monday, I'm gonna teach the live concept of how applications like Instagram, Netflix, Snapchat is storing on the cloud. In Monday, I'll tell how the Instagram, Snapchat, and the Netflix Wiki applications are going to work lively. So Monday class is very important and interesting also. Okay. But for tomorrow, we don't have class as it is Sunday. So Monday, you need to come to the class by preparing the server concept. Once it is very clear for you, Monday, what are the topic I'm going to teach for you? That is going to be very simple for you. In the meanwhile, if you get any chance to create AWS account, I recommend you to create the account. Okay. Account creation is very simple. Okay, online, if you have any questions or any queries now, you can raise your hand. I can give unmute option today. So we can discuss about the doubts and queries part. Because you will be getting the notes from admin. Please contact admins. Okay, your admin is Sandhya madam and Ramesh sir for the batch. Please contact them. Okay, they can provide the notes for you. See, VPC is network only, Ramakrishna. But inside the network, if you want to connect, what you need to have firewall only. Okay. So imagine network is like a building. Network is like a building. If you want to go inside the building, you need to have permission. But inside the building, if you want to enter to the first floor, you need to open the door, right? What is the door? It's a firewall. If you open the door, I can come to first floor. If you don't open the door, can I come to first floor? No. That is the explanation, like Ramakrishna. Sure, you can take the script. I'm giving the script in the chat box. From chat box, you can take it. It's a simple script to deploy the front-end application code through Apache web server. Correct. Exactly. Firewalls will be using on physical and cloud server. For every server, we use firewalls. Without firewall, traffic will not go. Traffic means what? Incoming request and outgoing response. No, user will not give the requirement visual. Our technical architects will give the requirement. Okay. User will just use the application in server. User cannot able to access it. He can only use the application inside the server. Hope that's clear for you. Sir, from where we are getting recording? Recording, notes, syllabus copy, everything from admin only. Your admin is Sandhya madam and Ramesh sir. You can contact them for the information. You can see I'll be giving them a recording link and numbers of our admins. So please contact them here. You can see two numbers. One is Ramesh sir number. Second one is Sandhya madam number. You can contact any one of them for the notes and everything. Recording video also have given. Dharma, you cannot give single word answer, Dharma. You need to explain everything clearly. I'll tell you how to explain the things actually, okay? Don't worry about it. All and if you have any questions regarding the course or like curriculum or anything, you can raise your hand. I'll give unmute option for you. So you can talk to me directly. Okay, I got already a couple of hand raises. First of all, I'm giving unmute option for Mohan. Mohan, you can talk now.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Yeah, thanks for allowing me to talk.
Yeah.
Basically, what is the sequence you are going? You will be going through like first you will go through the all the clouds, then you go through.
No. First of all, I'll talk about AWS cloud, then I'll start DevOps. Okay. At the end, I'll talk about the Azure and GCP. Why? Because you need to know cloud integration with different DevOps tools, right? So at the
Yeah.
last, I'll teach Azure and GCP, and finally AI.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And please check the syllabus copy from admin. You can join on the WhatsApp community link. They'll post the syllabus copy there. Okay. Sandeep Sarkar, you can talk.
Hi, actually. Good evening.
Yeah. Hello, Sandeep.
Yeah. These are the actually demo classes ongoing, right?
No, it's a practical demo. I mean, like basically in our demos only we do practical stuff. Today, like we've seen how to create server practically, right, Sandeep?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it
when
is
can
demo
we
only, but practical demos.
so when can we expect actually to started the classes actually? So and what is the mode of the payments and all these things actually?
So mode of the payment, basically you can do payment in two installments, Sandeep. The course payment is like 20,000 for only course. But if you
Mm-hmm.
want recording videos additionally, you need to
Mm-hmm.
pay additional 6,000 rupees. That is 26,000 with recordings.
Okay.
Without recordings, it will be 20,000 only. You can pay on
Okay.
two modes. Okay,
Okay.
our online team will give you the bank details actually, or you even
Okay.
phone pay number. You can transfer amount to that account. Okay, please
Okay.
contact admin for more information.
Okay. So when the demo classes is over, then these topics are again covered or it is already done as shown here actually.
Sorry, come again.
Uh, so this is the practical demo classes. After
Correct.
completion this demo class session, we have started the actual classes. In that time, again these topics are covered, or and this is
No,
on
no,
your
no, no, no.
okay, okay, okay,
You
okay.
can get the recording video. For example, let's say like if you are missing any concept in a practical way, you can get the
Yeah.
recording video actually. So you can listen to the video and you can practice it.
Okay, okay, got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Guys, all of you have syllabus copy. If you don't have syllabus copy, I kindly recommend all of you to go and take syllabus copy from the admin. Your admin is gonna be Gopi sir actually, the guy who took your number and email, right? Okay, you can ask them. They'll give the syllabus copy and everything. Online, you can take syllabus copy from our Sandhya madam and Ramesh sir. In real time, regarding server creation and deletion, termination will get approvals. Yeah, basically, first of all, you don't have the permission to delete the servers. Why? Because IAM will block it. We just only create them. You don't delete them, okay? So remember guys, this course duration is almost like I'm going to explain the course intro for you. The people who joined today only, I'll explain the course intro for you. This course name is going to be Multicloud DevSecOps with Generative AI. It's going to be 5 months of course totally. Class timing will be 4 to 5:30 p.m. Of course, demos are from 4:30, but actual class after 1 week it will start from 4 to 5:30. So classes are going to be Monday to Saturday. Fee will be 20,000. You can pay on two installments. So recording videos, if you want, you can pay additional 6,000 rupees. Projects, basically we teach 30, but out of 30, only 3 are very, very important. Okay, don't focus on the 30. I'll tell 3 industry level projects for you. That is more than enough. With this course, you'll be learning 30 tools in DevOps, including security as well. AWS 25 services, Azure 25 services, GCP 25 services. With this course, anybody can put easily 4 to 7 years of experience. Because a lot of my previous student, not fresher, the people who are having year gap, those people went with the experience. And with this course, anybody can clear Terraform certification, CKA, CKAD, KCNA, AWS, and Azure. And I'm certified on all of them. What are the tools I'm teaching for you? I am certified on each and every tool. Finally, 1 month of Linux is completely free. Apart from these 5 months, I'm not including on these 5 months. Apart from the 5 months, 1 month Linux is free. 1 month Python is free. Soft skills are free, and completely placement is also completely free for you. That is a course introduction for all of you guys. Okay. So then are we good for today? Online, are we good for today, everybody? Can you please give me confirmation on chat box, everyone? Okay then. So let's connect on tomorrow's class. Tomorrow means like Monday with some new topic. Have a great day. Thank you all. Bye everyone. Good weekend. So come to Monday session. I'll explain how the real applications like Instagram, Snapchat, and Netflix will work. Okay. Thank you all. Bye.